2020, and this is ELA Mini Lesson number 29. Today and Monday, the text structure that we're going to be examining is compare and contrast. Your learning target is, I can study the structure of a nonfiction text. And today we will be looking at and discussing the compare and contrast nonfiction text structure. Without even realizing it, you often think about how things are alike and how they are different. I can think about how my two cats, Daisy and Diesel, are alike and different. First, just from looking at them, we can tell that their coats or their fur is different. Daisy is a tortoiseshell cat or a tortie, but Diesel has tiger stripes. That's one way that they are different. Ways that they're the same though, or alike, they're both cats and they're both 3 years old. Some more ways that Daisy and Diesel are different. Daisy is a female cat, but Diesel is a male cat. They act differently too. Daisy is very friendly to new people, but Diesel is shy and he likes to hide. Daisy plays with Buffett, but Diesel likes to nap with Buffett. When I'm thinking about how Daisy and Diesel are alike and different, I'm comparing and contrasting. This type of graphic organizer that you see here is called a Venn diagram. The outer portions of the circle are for ways that they are different. On this side, we were talking about ways that Daisy was different, and on this side, we're talking about how Diesel is different from Daisy. But in the middle, this part of our graphic organizer is where they have some similarities. So they're both cats. They're both 3 years old. They love catnip. And they like looking out the window. Those are some ways that they are the same or similar. It's also important to compare and contrast or think about how things are alike and different when you read. So thinking about our reading skill, you can think about how people, things, or ideas are alike, and also think about how they're different. When you compare, that means to tell how things are the same or alike. To contrast means to tell how things are different. There are some different signal words that give you clues to help you compare and contrast. When you are comparing or telling how things are the same or alike, some signal words include both, to, like, and also. Some examples of signal words for contrasting or when you're telling how things are different include but, only, unlike, and different. Authors or writers often use the compare and contrast text structure when they want you to understand the differences between two ideas or people or things, and also how there are some similarities. The passage we have to practice with today, or that I'm going to show you, is called Crocodile or Gator. I'm going to read it through first, then we'll practice marking up the text and see if we can identify the similarities and differences between crocodiles and alligators. Crocodile or gator. Crocodiles and alligators are alike in many ways. They look almost the same. They have short legs, long tails, and webbed feet. Their bodies are the same shape. They are good swimmers. Alligators and crocodiles both hunt at night. When you look closely, you can see differences between them. Alligators have darker skin than crocodiles. When a crocodile's mouth is closed, two lower teeth stick out. An alligator's teeth don't show when its mouth is shut. Another difference is where they live. Alligators live in freshwater. Most crocodiles live in saltwater. Both look like they might be smiling, but don't get too close. Let's reread the first paragraph and think about what information the author is sharing with us or telling us about these animals. Crocodiles and ways. They look almost the same. They have short legs, long tails, and webbed feet. Their bodies are the same shape. They are good swimmers. Alligators and crocodiles both hunt at night. So we have to think, what is the author telling us about these animals? Is the author comparing or contrasting in this article, in this paragraph? There are some key words that help me know that the author is comparing them or saying how they are alike. One key word is alike. And also, the author uses this word, they, to describe both crocodiles and alligators. Crocodiles are alike in many ways. This paragraph is comparing them. What are some ways that crocodiles and alligators are similar? They look almost the same. They have short legs, long tails, and webbed feet. Their bodies are the same shape. So again, this word, the same, tells us how they're similar. They are good swimmers. Alligators and crocodiles both hunt at night. So some details I know that's the same. Their body shape, both are good swimmers, and they both hunt at night. The author first decided to talk about how they're the same. Let's see if we can learn about their differences in the next paragraph. When you look closely, you can see differences between them. This keyword right here tells me that now the author is contrasting, saying how they're different. Alligators have darker skin than crocodiles. We also see this word than when you're talking about different things. So the author is contrasting. Alligators have darker skin than crocodiles, which means crocodiles have lighter skin than alligators. When a crocodile's mouth is closed, two lower teeth stick out. An alligator's teeth don't show when its mouth is shut. These two sentences are comparing the teeth of a crocodile and an alligator. Another difference is where they live. Alligators live in freshwater. Most crocodiles live in saltwater. So when the writer is contrasting or saying how alligators and crocodiles are different, the author first describes a detail about one of the animals and then describes how the other animal is different. For example, alligators live in freshwater. Crocodiles are different because most crocodiles live in saltwater. The last two sentences in the paragraph are actually comparing them. We see that signal word both, which means it's true for both alligators and crocodiles. Both look like they might be smiling, but don't get too close. The writer of this article wants us to understand that alligators and crocodiles have some similarities and also some differences. When we use those signal words, we're able to decide or describe if it's similar or different. Open up your packet to Friday's section and we'll turn to the article and graphic organizer for today. This article is called Little Pests. And if I'm looking at the photograph, I notice that there are two different labels, lice and bed bugs. We are going to learn ways that lice and bed bugs are both similar when the author compares them, and ways that they're different when the author contrasts them. Listen closely for those signal words that tell us if it's a similarity or a difference. Lice and bed bugs are pests. These insects live almost everywhere. They feed on human blood. Their bites also cause itching. Anyone can get them. Lice live in human hair. They spread by jumping between people. They also spread by people sharing things that touch their heads. People use a special shampoo and comb to get rid of them. Bed bugs often live in beds or other furniture. They also hide in boxes and suitcases. They spread when people move these things. People wash everything with hot water to get rid of them. Sometimes people need to use chemicals. Okay. So now we have a Venn diagram to compare lice and bed bugs. You'll notice this Venn diagram is turned vertically. This top section, you're going to record two ways that lice are different from bed bugs. On the bottom, you'll record two ways that bed bugs are different from lice. In the center, where they overlap, record at least one way that they are the same. Over here, I want you to practice putting these ideas into a paragraph. Think about what your topic sentence would be. What are you writing about? I'll give you a sentence starter for today. You might write as your topic sentence, lice and bed bugs have some similarities and differences. Or you could say, lice and bed bugs are both similar and different from each other. Then you would go on to use your details about how lice are similar or different from bed bugs. Go ahead and pause the video now to complete this assignment. Then press play again when you're ready for the directions for the next assignment. On the next page in your packet, you're going to read an article about some more insects and mark up the text to compare and contrast butterflies and moths. You're going to put boxes around the signal words both, but, and different. Circle one way butterflies and moths are alike or the same, and underline one way they are different. Then answer each question using the article and photos and include details for your answers. Your last assignment for today is your reading log. Don't forget to complete your reflection.